Mr. Speaker, this government promised a 600-member peacekeeping mission for the United Nations. They've had 3 trips to Mali for reconnaissance. They've spent thousands of hours planning for a mission to Mali. They've consulted both France and US on this mission, but this week we've heard we're only sending some helicopters to Mali. So will the minister confirm to this House today that Mali has been ruled out for Canada's UN peacekeeping mission?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, this government firmly believes in the important role that Canada can play in peacekeeping operations. This week, our government was proud to launch a new and ambitious national action plan for women, peace and security. Canada's feminist foreign policy will enable women and men around the world to play an equal role and have an equal voice and have equal rights when it comes to opportunities for safety and security. We've committed to making the involvement of women a priority in all of Canada's activities in fragile states. The action plan will ensure that gender equality will never be an afterthought. Women's rights are human rights, and we stand by that.
For Durham.
Mr. Speaker, I mentioned Mali 3 or 4 times in my question, but what was absent from that answer was Mali, Mr. Speaker. The past platitudes of this government never matches their present performance. Exactly. We remember the Canada is back rhetoric, Mr. Speaker. Canada is back to the bottom of UN peacekeepers right now around the world, Mr. Speaker. We're back to cutting the military back to the decade of darkness under the Chrétien government, Mr. Speaker. When will this member stand in this House and let us know where we're sending our troops?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians across this country remember the contribution of Lester B. Pearson towards peacekeeping, and Canadians are proud of our history and the role we've played in peacekeeping operations. We know that Canada
Order. Order. In all respect to the member from Durham, he asked a question. I think he deserves to hear an answer. I'll let the Honourable Parliamentary Secretary continue.
Mr. Speaker, it's important for Canadians to know, even if the opposition doesn't want to hear it, that this government believes firmly in the role that Canada will play in peacekeeping operations. That's why we committed $500 million and 600 troops to re-engage in peacekeeping operations. Our women, peace and security agenda is an important part of that commitment, and we will make sure that women in Canada and around the world play an important role in military and civilian peacekeeping operations.